Imagine the first 7 years of your life, mostly a mystery: where you were born, who took care of you, who listened to your cries, and who made you feel better. In one day, Desi Angelina Stevens found the answers to questions she had been asking herself her entire life. On the second floor of one of the oldest orphanages in the country of Bulgaria, the answer came out of nowhere. A staff member recognized Desi's name from 20 years ago.
She was here as a baby from 10 days to 3 years. Wow.
The nurse produced a record book from the communist era. It held answers.
So she was here for 3 years, and then after that she went to Kaspichan.
And now, as she tours the halls of the oversized institution and stares into the faces of the orphans within, Desi knows she once laid in these cribs. She had a link with these children, orphans just like her. For Desi Stevens, life began at the age of 7. That was the day she got in a taxi with her American mom and drove away from the orphanage that had represented so much pain and rejection.
I think that was a huge part of it. Not only did I feel rejected by this particular building or atmosphere, but knowing that I was rejected within my own mother that gave birth and went through the pain to give birth to a beautiful baby girl. That is rejection, not knowing why there wasn't love in the first place.
Desi is about to retrace her roots inside the institutions that were once her home and confront the painful memories of her first 7 years.
So I went to Webster Dictionary and put just the simple definition of orphan. And the definition I came up with, it says, a child deprived by death of one, usually by both parents. And this was what I got from it when I read this just simple definition. This is Desi Stevens. When I read this definition, the word death stood out to me because the orphans of this world do live in a death state of mind.
Desi is just one of thousands of Bulgarian orphans adopted by Americans since the Iron Curtain fell in 1991. Children like Desi are growing up all around us with their forever families. These are the happy endings. But there are still thousands of children living in orphanages in Bulgaria, waiting for families of their own. Tonight, we'll take you for an extraordinary look inside these orphanages and introduce you to the children and their advocates fighting for adoption reform. Reform that will allow more children to come home here to U.S. families. Our cameras were given full access to the orphanages. We went where no television camera has ever been allowed, and we sat down with the government official Bulgarians refer to as the Angel. She has jump-started reform for the children living inside the walls of Bulgaria's institutions.